Hello. We made it. That looks so good. That looks so good. It looks so good. Did you see it? Oh.
That was way further out.
I don't know how to floss. I don't like, it only needs to show like the flame and like the water boiling and like the plunge and then like coffee, like a couple, maybe like grinding and stuff like that. But for the main film, we don't need all that stuff. But for this, it might be cool. Some of you might be judging me right now about the lengths I go to make coffee, but it's part of the fun, okay? Get out of here. Probably a tea drinker anyway. Dad. I was just giving you that, so you'll see it in 2 seconds. So one of the reasons I bring all of the coffee stuff with me in my camera bag or in my truck, like wherever I go, it's twofold. One, I love coffee. You guys know this, and I love being able to make it anywhere. But second is it gives me about 3 minutes of content in any style of video that I'm making. Coffee and all the stuff, you could make that whatever you want. But in terms of building a sequence, having something like this really helps. So for instance, if we're gonna build a cinematic sequence, what am I thinking about? How am I going to do it? Well, I know that there's the process involved, which is grinding the beans and boiling the water and getting all those things ready. But there's also like, we need an intro and an outro. So it's like, how did we get to this remote island? Like, how did we get to this spot? Showing that, showing the boat ride, showing those different things that then set up the shot to tell the story of why we're here. And it's not very hard to do. So this is kind of like a behind the scenes look, a little more raw, of how we would build a sequence, filming something with some high quality cameras, you know, with regards to how to make coffee. That was a really good roll, but I lost like the last part of it. And I was really on a roll there, and then I just really started wanting to make coffee instead of talking about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and bring you guys along on how I build a cinematic sequence. Okay, I need the jet boil. Is the jet boil in your bag? Let me go grab that. Last time I brought this with me, we set up on this nice cliff. Come over here.
Do you need to turn this off or keep it on?
We set up on this really nice cliff, and like this is like where you boil water. You put a gas can on the bottom. And I didn't bring a lighter with me, and a lot of these units have an igniter built into them. This one doesn't, so this time I remember I brought the lighter. And no, I did not fly with that gas canister. I bought it here. Okay, so I have about 8% left of media on this card. Maybe we should drop it down in some res, and like that might actually make sense for this, since it probably doesn't need to be an 8K. I wasn't able to dump the cards last night, so I only have what we have. So we got one handheld camera, and then we have just some like wide sweeps to kind of show that we are in like a super remote area. And then everything else can be handheld, like nice and tight detail shots. The grinder, the beans going in, the lighter, the water starting to boil, all those things, and then drinking it, something, haven't figured that out yet, and then basically a little bit of the ride back, and that kind of finishes off our like coffee time with Peter. I think that sounds right.
Yeah, sounds great.
So we have 7 minutes to get this. Why don't we just drop to like 6K?
The only issue there is then it crops the sensor.
Oh, we're not getting our full frame.
Yeah.
Oh no, I want to keep it full frame. It's tasty. So you can get some shots of this. I'm just gonna build this wall a little bit higher because it is windy. Most of it was already here, which is awesome, but I'm just gonna stack some of them.
Pick it up off the ground so it's one full motion.
Okay, cool.
And go. Yeah, that was cool.
Wide of that now, and then we don't have to show like 16 different stones being laid, and then you know.
Do you want to pull focus?
Sure. Probably for the best. Funny thing is, you always end up bringing gear to like these remote spots. You bring so much of it, and then you're almost just like, let's just not use it right now. Like it'll be faster to do it this way, and it's so hard to fight that sometimes. Ooh, look at this big flat one. If you were like the Rock, you could skip this rock like far. Dwayne could do it.
I'm gonna need Kirk to pull focus on the wide shot.
Okay, Kirk will pull focus. Do you want to just like run the camera just so you can like film them pulling focus
sure,
to show the scene?
I'm good at this.
All right.
All right.
Give you this. Little graphic comes up. The holiday cam.
Dutch angle. Holiday vision. It's super shaky.
As this shot continues, it's
what are
getting
you-
worse and worse.
What do you mean, dude?
I'm sorry, friends.
Alright, Kirk, I think I'm just gonna start here.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna circle up to that tree.
Okay.
So I'll try. He'll probably be in the same plane of focus. All right, Pete, and go. And go.
Yo, this has never looked better. So sick. So sick. I love coffee and cameras in Canada and friends. It's not gonna get so bad we can't get back, is it?
Nah.
Should probably speed this up a little bit. All right, you want to take that back now?
Yeah, I can take that back.
So we're going back to Monstro.
Yeah.
Bye from holiday camp. See ya.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for this wind to die down because, like, look at these waves coming in. They look like baby waves on camera, but they're big waves in real life, and I don't know how good those tin boats are. Just film what you want. I'm just gonna try and go at speed so that we're not out here for 3 days.
You're just wanting slow-mo cool close-up.
Is there a big flat rock we can use as like our little stove top?
Got one right here.
That's the rock right there. That's the stove top. Oh, beautiful. Leave that bottle of water.
Dude, go
That's probably cooler.
dip it in the lake.
Better idea. I'm gonna drink Minnewanka water.
Mini what?
This is Lake Minnewanka. You can't sit here, can you? Is it weird if we do that? Is there too much time? It's hard when things are moving too, like. All right, so now our water is boiling. We're gonna wait and get some shots when it starts to bubble to show like more of the process. Because again, we don't need to show everything. We don't need to show the legs coming out, the gas, all of it. It's cool and you wanna shoot all of it, but we don't, like our brain will fill in the blanks. The goal is to create the entire sequence, not just like so many pieces within it. I think this boils pretty fast. While we do that, may as well grind some beans. It's spinning. Oh my, yes. Bring it in. I love you, Max. I love you, Max. Too, so beautiful. Now, aside all of these filmmaking techniques and how to build a sequence, this I'm actually very excited about. You guys have seen me use the AeroPress before. They just released the whole thing in a much smaller package. So now everything is contained within this little, also, cup, and then your tools are inside here and they've just shortened it down. So check this out, you'll appreciate this. Plastic case for the filter. Remember that big dumb stir stick before? Now it's just,
Oh, that's sweet.
whoop,
Yeah, yeah.
and they shortened the scooper. So now you don't have this big long,
Yeah, that's awesome.
like what the heck am I gonna do with this?
You're the one who introduced Peter to AeroPress, right?
Yeah, the first time I ever had it was in
You
Kenya.
didn't have it before that?
No, I mean I'd had it before a few times, but like I'd never seen anyone actually
didn't own
using
one,
it in the wild. And you were like bringing it every morning, and you're like, "Wait, what's up, bro?"
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Here, film this before it gets out of hand. Just started boiling. We're like, "Yeah, get the shot, Max. Get it, Max. Get those camera moves." Look at those moves. Look at those moves. Ooh.
It's all in the thighs.
Who needs a gym membership?
I think there's snow coming. The wind is blowing this way. It's right there. It's gonna be a cold ride in the boat.
See that snow coming in over the valley there? I didn't even know this. I thought that, looking at that, was fog. But we were told yesterday by a helicopter pilot that that is indeed snow. And it's beautiful over here, and it's snowing right there. The contrast is insane. Holiday still guarding the gimbal, right on.
Wait, how much media do you have?
2%, man. We're getting dangerously low.
We're getting low. The key is to do this without burning myself.
Ready? Go.
Okay, wide shot, look at me. Drinking it.
And go.
And that's a wrap on the coffee sequence. That's a wrap. Hang on. There you go, homie. Taste that.
Yeah, that's good stuff. We're at 1%. I think there's probably 30 seconds left. That's how you do it.
That's
Down to the wire.
The drips, the turn, the turn and the drips. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Blend of theirs is this?
Come on, say that again to the camera.
This is really good. What blend of this? What blend of theirs is this?
It's White Owl. look at that snow. It's getting closer. It's starting to snow right across the lake there. And rain a little bit, so we gotta get a move on. It is just nice though, sitting here taking in the view. It's just peace and quiet, yourself, nature, the sounds of water. Ah! Hey man! How are you here? Where did you even come from?
What do you mean? I was just up the mountain there, you know, doing the whole...
Like, wait, we took a boat to get here.
Yeah, we just got here the same way you got here.
Just do it.
It's good, yeah.
I don't even
Okay, yeah, if you don't mind, I
just do it.
I wasn't sure if I was
I'll
going to
just
make it
wait.
in time,
Seriously,
but
just do it.
I'm here to talk about Squarespace, how they make great websites, easy all-in-one templates. It's very easy to use. They're always updating new templates, so you can refresh your look. I see you've refreshed your look a little bit. It's a nice sweater.
You're not bad at this now.
Look familiar? You can sell things online with your own store, and if you ever get stuck with customer service, they'll help you out 24/7. Like if you get stuck from the snow that's coming. I heard you. I've been listening for like 30 minutes, just watching. Where are you going? Your boat's that way. Squarespace.com/McKinnon. 10% off.
First purchase, you know. You know these things. Okay, so we are done shooting. We ran out of red media, but the sequence is done. So if we look at this video as a whole, you've been watching it, the whole BTS thing, that is like the video. It's how does Pete make a cinematic sequence? But the sequence that we're gonna actually put into the video itself, we've done with assembling that little fire, that little wind wall, the making of coffee, and then obviously pressing it down and enjoying it at the end. All of those things comboed with the intro shots of coming in on the boat, leaving on the boat as well, maybe like one last pickup getting in the truck, and which you won't even really have to do if you just wanted it for safety as like an extra option. That's fine, we can do that. But when you take all of those things and you make them into like a nice little edit and you put that into this behind the scenes video, that's now an extra couple minutes of really cool content that also tells a story. So after everything you've watched, BTS, you've seen some of the clips dropped in here and there, but you haven't seen them all together yet. This is what that looks like. I couldn't see anything you guys were doing, by the way.
We actually weren't laughing at you at all.
Yeah, we were just laughing at each other.
Like I saw movement in my peripheral, but I just when I am dialed in, I am dialed in. If there was a bear behind me, I would still be like, hey, I haven't got to the subscribe part of this video. If you could just, if the mauling could be on pause for a moment. All right, let's push these boats off and get out of here. Good job, Kirk. All right, we're good. So hit that like button if you like this video. Smash it if that's something that you're into. 2019 style. Subscribe if you aren't already. And I'm gonna get home before the snow comes. See you guys in the next one. Peace.